Hey and welcome. I'm Laura, and we are going to be looking at an app in Canva that I think you're really going to love. It's something fun you can play with. It's called Type Extrude. So we're going to head straight over to my Canva account and we're going to look at exactly what this app can do. Okay, so here we are in my Canva account. So, where are the apps in Canva? They are over on the left-hand side. As you might notice, we are working on the new look version of Canva's desktop. If you're still on the old version, the apps are still on the left-hand side. Things haven't changed, but there's a slight different look. Okay, we are going to click on apps. And we have a huge amount of amazing apps in Canva. And I'm going to type into the search bar, type extrude, and it's here. So if we click on this, it opens the app for us. So we'll click on this. And then you get this page come up here. So you have two different options. You can use it in an existing design where it will open up your designs, and then you can choose one that you want to add this into, which is great if you've already got a design in progress, or you can use it in a new design straight away, which is what I'm going to do. It then asks me what size template I want to add it into. So if you're making something for Instagram, Facebook, something that you want to print, so A4 or letter, or you want to put it into a presentation, you can choose your sizes here. I'm just going to go for Instagram post square. It's just the most easiest one, being a nice square. So it opens up a nice square for me. And then on the left-hand side, it will open up the app features automatically. You don't have to do anything extra. Now, type extrude basically elongates the shadow of your text. Type in the very top box what you want it to say. Now, it could be a single word, you could type in a sentence, but to begin with, I would start with a single word. The more words and letters you add, the more complex the design gets. Start with a single word if this is the first time you're using it, and then you can go from there. So let's try hello. We're going to go with a simple hello. Scroll down, you can see it's changed this box here. I can also change the font. There's a lot of different fonts you can use for this. Whatever font I choose, I can have a look to see what it looks like. I can search for the font. Let's have a look. What have we got here that could potentially look really cool? There's lots here. These ones may not work overly well. The really thin fonts, because it's a shadow coming out behind it, it might not look as effective as something with a thicker font. So I'm going to go for this one. Click the little arrow to get off. Oh, and it's showing me there straight away. If I want to change the font, back to my fonts, let's choose another one, click the arrow, and then you can see what it will look like. That's actually quite a cool font. Let's go with that one. So far we've got our text, we've chosen our font. Now this is good if you have multiple words because you can put it, I will show you. So, hello, I'm Laura. So if we type hello, I'm Laura, it puts it all on one line. If we want to have the words going down the page, delete the gap and hit enter. Delete the gap between the words and hit enter. And then you can see there's a one word on top of each other. And that's where this works really well, because I can now hit centralize and it has centralized them, or I can hit the right hand one and it drags them over to the right hand side. So if you're just using one word, this doesn't really matter so much. But if you're using multiple words, then this will definitely help you align your text. But I'm just going to delete I'm Laura, and we're going to go with hello. So we've got our text, we've got our font, we've got our alignment. Line height again, if you've got multiple words, this adjusts the space between your words. Border width, now this is the actual border around the text itself. Okay, so if I do that there, you can see my text here. If I change the border width, it gets thicker and thicker and thicker and becomes a bubble. We don't want it too thick, so we'll have it about there. You can have a play with that. This one adjusts the angle of the shadow, so you can have it wherever you want, which is really quite cool. I do quite like just over to the one side and drop down a bit. And this is the length of the shadow. There, now that's the one we wanted. That's the main one. I love that. I am going, you can have it as 0 if you want, but I'm going to go as long as I can and have it completely out of the image. And then I can change the colours. So what colour would we like the main text to be? Let's go for a nice bright orange. And then we can change the colours. You can also change the colours here at the bottom. If you want to have blues or purples or pinks or reds or yellows or greens, change the colour at the bottom, and then you can change the shade, the colour here as well. So let's go for a nice bright yellow. And then this one, again, you can do exactly the same. We could have it red, orange. Orange is quite cool. I quite like orange. Let's go for a darker orange. So you can have a little play with your colours there as well. And then once you are happy, you click Add to Design. And it has now added it to your design. I can make it bigger by dragging out the corners. So it's basically made it into an element that you can now use in your design. If you are unsure, you want to change the colours, you want to change the font, do not come off of this bit. Make sure you are 100% happy with the design first, because if you want to change it, you can click on it and it will put all of your options back in here, which you can now change. So let's say, for example, I want to go for green. Let's change this color as well to something dark. And then all I need to do is click Update Element, and it will update it for me on my design. And that is as simple as that. So you can really have good fun with this. You add in your text, you add in your font. If you've got multiple lines in your new design, you can use the alignment and the line height. The border width is the actual border around the text. The angle is the angle of the shadow, and the length, so you can have it as long or as short as you want. And then you can change the colors. You can even ask it to have a dark background. So if you wanted to have white text and maybe a light shadow, you can, and you can see it better, because if you have a light background, sometimes you can't see it as well. So a dark background will definitely help you with a design if you're going for something really light. Click Update Element, and it's updated it for me. If I click off it, I can start again with another one, but I can always go back to this one and it will bring in my original options on here for me, so I can adjust them as many. So you could do several in one design if you wanted, and keep going back and adjusting them as you go. So there, what do we think of that? I think that's a really fun app. It's called Type Extrude, and it will help you create really long shadows on any of your text in Canva. I think this is a fun one. Now, if you do like this video, please do make sure that you do subscribe and follow my YouTube channel, because I've got lots of other videos in there for you. And this one is the first in a 10-part series on different apps that you can use in Canva. So please make sure you follow. That is it from me today. I will see you guys in the next video.